Guys, Mark Goldberg here from Mark Vlogs Watches with a quick word for your friend and mine, Archie Luxury, Paul Pluta, AC3, Archibald Chesterfield III. You know, he invented the quick wristwatch check, and the rest of us on YouTube, well, we just stole it. Help keep Archie full-time on YouTube by liking this video, watching this video, tell your fuckhead friends, and make sure to subscribe to his Patreon. And now, Archie Luxury.
Hey guys, I'm Paul Pluta, and today we're talking my previous watch collections. I find this very insightful to have a look at collections that I've owned in the past and reminisce whether I regret parting with the pieces, or do I wish I still had them. And one time this photo, I've looked at this photo hundreds of times, and this here was from this photo was taken in 2013. Just trying to think. No, it was a bit before that. This would have been 2011. Yes, 2011. This was basically after I had the 8-piece collection. I then sold a few pieces off, and I reformed white metals only, because I had the Patek Philippe 5107. The key foundation pieces was Patek 5107, Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date steel, a Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Now, the Royal Oak, bit of an interesting story, because prior to this, I had 8 pieces, and I had 2 Audemars. I had a 32mm Audemars Piguet dress watch, manual wind, and I had a 2-tone Royal Oak 33mm quartz in 2-tone. So I thought, that was a compromise. That Royal Oak was a compromise. I want an automatic. That's what I want, is an automatic Royal Oak. So I set about finding one. I actually wanted white dial, believe it or not. But this bluey grey dial one came along. And it actually turned out to be an absolute bitch, because it developed its own problem a little bit later from when this photo was taken, where whenever it was gearing up to change the date at midnight, it would stop. Fuctus Fucti, ultra thin JLC movement in this piece. It needed some parts. Independent watchmaker doesn't have access to them. You've got to send it to AP, Fuctus Fucti. This is an interesting picture because I actually liked having just all white metals. And I had 3 dressy sort of watches and 3 sports. And I thought this was a pretty perfect collection. 1 brand per watch. So there was no double ups in brands. All white metal. And I looked at this photo and thought, fuck, I should have just been content. This is a collection I could still own and be happy with. Interestingly enough, I did upgrade the Speedmaster. Yes, I did sell the Speedmaster, and I bought a better condition one, which you can see in these photos. What did I think? Well, very interesting collection indeed. The Patek Philippe was the centerpiece. That was the amazing piece to have. The Reverso was incredibly classy, quality, beautiful piece. And I did away with the Vacheron, but I had a really cool AP. And in hindsight, the AP was 36mm. It was reference number 14790ST. which is the 36 mil. The quartz was a 33 mil, so it felt bigger, but I think in hindsight, I should have bought a 15300. That's what I should have put a bit more money in. Would have been perfect size. They have exploded in value. So I really did badly with the AP. Interesting, I had 3 Steel Sports. I had the chronograph, the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I had the Rolex Explorer 2, which was a Hulse case, Rattlesnake, and I also had a Breitling Super Ocean. That's correct, a Breitling Super Ocean. It was actually very cheap. I remember I bought it incredibly cheap. It was about $1,100, I think it was. Incredibly cheap buying. A little bit dated, but fuck. I had all these watches here I owned. Didn't owe a lot of money. It was actually quite feasible to have, and I've got to be completely honest with you. I look back at this photo and thought, well, maybe I'd upgrade the Breitling to a Super Ocean Heritage 2, and it could be a perfect collection still. Maybe the AP, I should have gone for the 15300. They weren't much more by the time I added servicing this 154,790 AP. I could have got a beautiful 15300, that's for sure. I really fucked that up. Really fucked it up. Yeah, this was an interesting collection. I think it's a serious collection. I would have to say, out of 10, this is probably, I reckon this collection was probably an 8 or an 8.5. I mean, the Breitling was cheap and cheerful. Yeah, it wasn't the coolest Breitling, but there was some really good fundamentals. You had the 5107 Patek, beautiful. The Reverso, beautiful. The Rolex Explorer 2, beautiful. Wristwatch, check. I'm wearing an Explorer today. They can do no wrong. Polar. Speedmaster. And then I had the AP, which the AP, going back 5 years ago, the size wasn't as bad as it is today. And, okay, the Breitling cheap and cheerful diver. Discount diver. So, it was really, what happened next was I went for the Archie 5, the famous Archie 5, the rock band. I felt when I owned these pieces here, I actually had an intense amount of snobbery. Okay, what happened was I felt Rolex wasn't good enough, Omega wasn't good enough, and Breitling was just garbage. Wholesaled the Breitling out very much. I think I included a box. We got my money back. If you counted the cost of service and a box, I basically lost $50. It was garbage. The Explorer 2, I sold off. Yes, I did. I sold that off. I didn't think it was good enough, the Rolex. Dumb. And the Omega I sold off. And then I added some pieces. What did I add next? Well, I added a Breguet Type 20 and a second Patek. Second Patek, the annual calendar. So the Archie 5, that was a big jump up. I got myself into serious debt. Serious debt to get the Archie 5. I really wanted the Archie 5. I really wanted the Patek. I took out a $20,000 loan to get the annual calendar. Yes, I'm not made of money, sunshine. I borrowed up big. And the Breguet, I got a credit card. Got a credit card for the Breguet. Now, I sold some pieces off. Yeah, I was juggling funds at the time. You know how it is. You know exactly how it is. Yeah, that's what happened there. So it's an interesting tale, but I look back on this picture and say there were 6 pieces. Very nice collection. Yeah, you could have maybe upgraded the Breitling, but it was a nice collection. It had fundamental. It was a good collection. And yeah, I must say it is a very, very tricky situation, very tricky. But yeah, that was my collection. This is interesting. 2000 and what was it? 2000 and 11ish, I think. 2011, I think so. What did I think? Well, hey, we'll look at this. The Archie 5 next. This collection here, it pains me because I got myself into fucking huge financial mess to buy the annual calendar. That was 20,000, and I also bought the Breguet Type 20, the Bregster. And I don't know if it made me happy or what. I became a snob, a wristwatch snob. I didn't think the Omega was good enough. Didn't think the Rolex was good enough. Definitely didn't think the fucking Breitling was good enough. That's for sure. Got rid of that fucking thing. And I've looked back at this photo many, many times and think, geez, did I really do the right thing? But that's the progression of the collection. Guys, tell me what you think. Look at this photo here in the corner. Tell me what you think. Do you think I was an idiot? Was I an idiot? Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you think. The next collection I'm going to review is the Archie 5! The Fab 5. They were fantastic, man. Okay, guys, until next time, ciao, fuckers.
Oh. Hey Archie Luxury fans, if you're into luxury, then you gotta be into 66 Buick Rivieras. Check out my son and I, Alex, as we restore this beautiful 66 Buick.
Neighbors are having a picnic, you know, having fun and stuff. Me, I'm doing cars. It's what I've done my whole life.
Hey guys, it's Paul Pluta. I'm the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III. Guys, I want to have a quick talk to you. Do you need to sell a wristwatch? Do you want to sell a piece for reinvestment? Do you have too many watches? Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that my good friends at Sydney and Brisbane Vintage Watch Co. are looking for quality wristwatches for their store. Now, Ronnie has instructed me to tell you guys that he is paying more than other dealers. That's correct. He pays top prices for quality pieces. So guys, if you've got a Rolex you want to sell, or a Patek, or anything, you want to sell a wristwatch, give the guys at Vintage Sydney, it's Vintage Watch Co. Give them a call. That's right, guys. They're paying good prices. They've always been very, very fair to me. And I got to tell you, they are nice people to do business with. I'm just trying to find their card here. Where did I put it? Look, ask for Ronnie in Brisbane, or Philip in Sydney. That's correct. They will look after you. Tell them Archie sent you. That's right. Tell them Archie sent you. They're paying top prices. That's correct. Brisbane and Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Your premium place to sell watches. Tell me, guys, this is for you. Tell them Archie sent you, and they will give you extra keen pricing.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mark Goldberg for Archie Luxury AC3, the Pontiff, Satan Deville. I want to sincerely thank you for having sat through this video, because I know it was awful, but you know what? You do it for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of quick pieces of homework. Now that you've watched this video, I would like you to hit thumbs up. If you must, hit thumbs down, but if you'd hit thumbs up, I would especially appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a really nasty comment and tell him how awful this content was, but most importantly of all, the entire reason that I am linking up with Archie Luxury in the first place. I am a published author. Let Dogs Be Dogs, available in bookstores, Amazon, and electronically somewhere near you. Remember, Archie Luxury, he's not just a figment of your imagination.